Morning guys, how are we doing? Welcome to today's news update here on Buzz in Pattaya, and a chance to look at what's been going on here in the city as well as what's coming up in the week ahead. So sadly, I'll start the news off with the devastating news of the loss of Ricky Hatton, the 46-year-old British boxer. Ricky was a regular visitor out here. He'll be sadly lost. He was a fantastic boxer, and shame, you know. He came out here many times. I actually almost managed very closely to get to come to Bang Chang with me back in the day. Remember when Witherspoons was down the far end of Soi Buakhao instead of where it is now? Well, anyway, I was in there one day. He came in with his manager and we were chatting away. And I had a trip to go to Bang Chang. I said, why don't you come? He said, yeah, I'd love to come that. But his manager stepped in and said, Trev, honestly, he said, we can't be doing that. He said, but thanks for the invitation. I was so close. But yeah, sadly, he's passed away. You know, thoughts and prayers to his family and those that are around him. And he will be sorely missed. I remember his fights with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. They were two incredible fights. He did the best he could. He was brilliant. But yeah, such a shame. And at 46 as well, so young. But yeah, not nice. So, moving on to more regular things here. One of the things that I've got to say, I'm not quite sure where this is going. This is going to potentially could cause a huge impact on the city here. It says, Pattaya businesses fear tourism impact as the new alcohol law looms. Urge clarification for special entertainment zones. So, what's going on? What's the situation? Well, I'll tell you what the situation is. It says here, the new law, detailed in section 32, explicitly bans drinking alcohol in restaurants, bars or entertainment venues beyond the permitted hours, even if patrons have already paid their bills. So if you paid your bill and you're still in there drinking, it's a no-go. It said the restricted hours from midnight to 11 a.m. in the morning and from 2 a.m. in the afternoon until 5 p.m. According to section 37/1, those who violate this regulation will face a civil penalty with a maximum fine of 10,000 baht. The law will come into force 60 days after its publication in the Royal Gazette. It's unclear part of the concern if special entertainment zones will later permitted operating hours to as late as 4 a.m. like Pattaya and Patong will be exempt from this law or have an exception. Now, a lady I've met, I've done a video with her and I'm going to try and catch on because she's very much got a finger on the pulse. Is Mrs. Lisa Hamilton. Lisa Hamilton, she's got a bar and a restaurant and a hotel down in Jomtien. She is president of the Pattaya Nightlife Entrepreneurs Association, expressed confusion and concern among business owners. Pattaya, a city heavily reliant on tourism revenue from its bar and entertainment scene, could face big challenges. Foreign tourists lingering in the venues past restricted hours, whether waiting for rain to stop, for transportation, or because they're intoxicated, could inadvertently break the law, she said. The risks creating confusion and damaging Pattaya's tourism image. So, what they're saying is that from midnight through to 11 a.m. and in the afternoon, from 2 until 5, there should be no drinking. And obviously, as it goes without saying, that if this does happen, then wow, it's going to be, well, I just don't know what happened. Hopefully we'll be exempt from it. But she goes on to say, Miss Lisa explained the already dire situation in Pattaya's nightlife industry, noting that 2025 has been the worst year in 2 decades for many businesses, with some venues seeing barely any customers. If this law is strictly enforced, it could worsen an already struggling industry. We urge the government to focus on measures to stimulate the economy and attract foreign tourists rather than imposing regulations that create anxiety. You know, this year, I'll be honest with you, this year I never saw this coming. I've been here 11 years. I didn't see this coming. I've been in the bar scene now for 5 years. We had 3 years over the other side there and 2 years here. And in those times, it's always been good. Always never had a problem. It's always been fine. We're still doing okay. But it's a massive drop compared to this time last year, the year before. This is the worst, not last month, but the month before was the worst month I've had since the 5 years I've been here. Last month wasn't much better. This month we're okay, we're ticking over. But these kind of laws, if they come into place, and it's still up in the air yet, as far as I'm aware. I need to go and speak to Lisa and find out what the score is because she knows much more than I do. But if it does come into place, in all honesty, it would just absolutely collapse this city, in my opinion. But let's see, let's see what happens. It says here, business owners also urge for clarification on the impact of this law on special entertainment zones with permitted later operating hours, as allowing to be open later without being able to sell alcohol. It's not an option. When we're talking about like the Buddha days, etc., the city here, in the past we used to have to shut. Now they allowed us to open. So hopefully things will take a turn for the better and this won't affect us, but it's just something that they are putting in, they're looking at very strictly at the moment. So yeah, I'll get a hold of Lisa. I'll try and bring her onto the channel, do an interview with her. But yeah, it looks quite frightening as to what the possibilities of what may lay ahead. And of course, at the end of the day, if they do bring this in, well, I'm not stupid. I know you guys will say, well, okay, let's go to Cambodia or Vietnam or somewhere. I know that, people are already changing their destinations as it is, especially here, because, people are saying it's getting expensive. It's not really expensive here, but I mean, compared to Vietnam and Cambodia, I guess it's probably a little bit more expensive. But on the whole, if this does come into play, wow, we could be in a bit of a situation. Now, I went to, which you may have seen in the video, I did the tattoo festival the other day. It was a really, really good success. They did a fantastic job down there at the Royal Garden Plaza. And it says here that on September 17th, at room 131, the Pattaya City Hall, the Mayor welcomed Miss Sun Si Lee, organiser of the amazing festival, along with the team. Says the visit was to express gratitude to the Pattaya City for its support in hosting the successful event and to present a model of the competition's winning award as a token of appreciation. Whether you like tattoos or you don't like tattoos, even if you don't like them, it's worth going to see. These artists, these tattoo artists are amazing. When you look at someone that makes it, and just my own opinion, when you look at someone that can do paintings, when you watch their skill and their art, it's fantastic. But if they make a mistake, just rub it out. If they make a mistake on your body, then they can't rub that out. They've got to deal with it. So I think they do an amazing job. A tattoo is absolutely fantastic. But the festival itself was brilliant. I went down there. You may have seen the video that I put out recently, but it was a really, really good event, and they did a fantastic job of hosting it there at the Royal Garden Plaza. If you haven't been to the Royal Garden Plaza, go there, guys. There's nice restaurants. It's three floors or 4 floors. You've got the Ripley's, believe it or not, on the top floor there. There's lots of boutique shops, etc. You can connect both from Beach Road into Second Road. So go and have a look down there, guys. It's well worth a visit. Now, again, it says here in the Pattaya News that the Pattaya Mayor oversees progress on the public land reclamation project. So what they've been doing is they've been over in Naklua at the moment. They're going around and they're finding areas that have been having buildings put inside it on the land and it's not been allowed to do, and they're reclaiming it. It says here that Mr. Pumpak Kamanlot conducted a site visit to monitor the progress of demolishing unauthorised structures encroaching on public land along Pottisang Road, Soi 8, connecting to Soi 6 in Naklua. Now, the reason I mention this is because this is an interesting thing that they're doing. So if they're doing that, what will they do with all the buildings around the city that have yet to be completed and finished construction? Some of them have been derelict. You've got the waterfront as a prime example there. So a lot of these places here that have not been finished and don't look like they're going to be finished and have been derelict for years and years, what will they do? Are they going to now focus on the city centre? Are they starting at Naklua up in the north and working their way through into the city? It says the project aims to restore public land for communal use, particularly to ensure accessible pathways for local residents. Nearly 100% of the encroaching structures have been demolished, with only a few areas still occupied. Authorities will proceed with negotiations for these remaining cases, and legal action will be taken if agreements cannot be reached. One of the things they did do on South Pattaya Road, it was a real shame. On South Pattaya Road, you go up, where the Pattaya City Resort is kind of like opposite, there was an ice cream shop, but they used to have a row of vendors there that used to sell their food, and the food was fantastic, just there make it, but they were on public land, and they didn't have a license, so the city came along and they removed them and took them away, meaning that those stores are no longer there. So, one of the things I like about Pattaya is it's just an interesting city. Walk around a corner, there'll be someone there selling their food, these little mobile carts, etc. I kind of think it adds to the atmosphere. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you disagree with me. For me, I just think it adds to the atmosphere. It makes it nice. It's a bit like when you go around London, some of the hustle and bustle, etc. Out here, we kind of recreate that ourselves. But they are out there, they are clearing it up. As we know, we've done all the wires, the underground piping. They have done a fantastic job, the City Council, they really have. But at what expense? Is it going to take away the attraction of the city? Is it going to make it a much more blander experience? I don't know. What do you think, guys? Where do you sit on this one? But for me, if they are going to do that, well, not what they are doing it. Where's it going to end? Is it going to start to take effect into these derelict buildings that are sadly just dotted around the city here? Watch this space. Now, on a positive note, it says here in the Pattaya News, Pattaya to hold first major city art festival to boost cultural identity. So they're going to have a festival. It says the committee discussed plans for the inaugural Pattaya Art Festival aimed at showing artistic expression and enhancing the city's cultural identity. Proposals include promoting public art, contemporary art, exhibitions, support for local artists, and for the creation of creative spaces such as an art street. Now that's really cool, because who remembers the art street down the side of Mike Mall? Who remembers that one? That used to be brilliant. You used to walk down there, it would connect you from Second Road down into Beach Road, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There's so many really clever artists there. They have been moved around, they are dotted around the city, they're still here, but I think that would look nice. It says these are designed to communicate Pattaya's unique identity, attract quality tourism, and establish the city as a creative hub, lively around the clock, not just at night. So, you know, again, they're trying to promote the daytime stuff there, which is great. I think that's a really good idea. Now, I'm going to mention this quickly because it's just something that you need to be aware of, guys. And I keep saying it, please, please. I know it's difficult when you've had a few too many, but it's something you need to be aware. It says here in the stand, and the British tourist attacked by transgender group in Pattaya after refusing services. It goes on to say a 65-year-old British tourist was severely injured in a violent attack in Pattaya after refusing services from 4 transgender ladyboy individuals and declining to pay a demanded fee. According to the police investigation, the altercation began when the person had arranged for 2 female companions, but instead was met by 4. After refusing their services, the group demanded 40,000 baht as a time fee. So when he said no, it ended up in an altercation. You know, please, guys, I don't care whether you like ladyboys or not, that's irrelevant. But what I'm telling you is Beach Road at silly o'clock in the morning is one of the most areas that you want to really be very, very careful, particularly if you're drunk. You know, you're walking down the road, if you've got all your gold on, you've got lots of money on you. It is known for early hours where people are kicking out Walking Street, coming down there. You know, just be very, very compass mentis, guys. Please be aware. And if you don't like the ladyboys, or you don't want to get into any potential situations, what I suggest you do is, if you are going to walk along Beach Road, that's fine, but step across the other side of the road. When you're on the beach side, that's where they will congregate, a lot more there. But on the other side, where it's just a pathway, normally you're pretty good to go. So if you are someone that's a bit, I'm not really sure about it, or you're walking down towards your hotel, you know, if you don't want to find yourself in that situation, get yourself across over onto the Beach Road side. Right, where are we? Next one. Okay, so mute my computer as well, just a ding there. Oh yeah, this one. So now this is good. This is good. So it says here, Chonburi gears up for its 154th annual Buffalo Racing Festival. I'm going to try and get to this one. It says here, classified come to join at the front yard of the Mung Chonburi district office. The buffaloes are classified by size, contents of healthy buffalo, beauty and creative buffalo, decorated buffalo, cart parades, and many more. I think they should have one there as well for the resurrected buffalo, because they always die. Whenever you call your missus up, oh, my buffalo's died, like, can you send me some money? So it says here, the much-loved Chonburi Buffalo Racing Festival is back for its 154th edition, promising a week of excitement, tradition and community celebration from the 28th of September to the 6th of October. The festival will be held in front of the Chonburi District Office and Chonburi Provincial Hall, with the main Buffalo Racing Day scheduled for the 6th of October. So the 6th of October, get yourself down there, take your photos, send it back to your missus and say, sweetheart, I thought you said he passed away. He's running around in race number 7. The festival will kick off with a colourful parade featuring 13 decorated carts, showcasing the province's cultural heritage and its official slogan. Following the parade, the official opening ceremony will welcome visitors to enjoy a full day of traditional activities, competitions and performances. I will try and get my ass up there and go and do a video for you guys to show you what goes on. It's really, really good. And there used to be one up on Mapachan Lake around there. That was good fun as well. But this one, I'll go down there. But yeah, go get your photos, send it to your missus, say, sweetheart, come on, something's a bit wrong here. Now, what isn't wrong? Well, I don't know. You can guide me on this one. It says Thai gold prices keep rising amid tax rumours, fears. It says here, the president of the Gold Traders Association said gold prices remain on an upward trend, noting that on the morning of September the 16th, prices jumped by 400 baht, pushing gold bars to 55,300 baht and selling at 55,200 baht. Rick, if you're watching, I told you, watch this space, my man. Gold ornaments were sold at 56,100 baht and bought at 54,000 baht. The surge is linked to market expectations that the US Federal Reserve will cut interest rates in its upcoming meeting. Truthfully, you know me, guys, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what's going on. All I know is that I bought it at 42, it's now at 55, 56. So for me, it's a much better investment than if I'd left my money in the bank. I mean, we're talking about less than a year. There's no way in the world I'd have made that money in the bank. But anyway, the point being is it is going up. So Long may it continue. I hope it does. What do you think, guys? What's your proposal of gold? A lot of people say to me, Trev, gold is a solid investment, mate. Don't worry about it. Just sit on it and it will do you good. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's see what the end of this year, what we now got 4 more months to go. So will it reach 60? Or will it reach 60 by the middle part of next year? But if it does reach 60, that's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. But watch this space. Let's see where we go. Now, good news. Good news. It says here, Thailand fast-tracks relief for innocent citizens hit by the frozen bank accounts. Now, you may or may not be aware, but there's been a big situation recently where they have been freezing all the accounts and just checking them, making sure that they're above board and they're actually real accounts. It says here, the Bank of Thailand and the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society have announced new measures to mitigate the impact of frozen bank accounts on innocent citizens inadvertently caught in efforts to block illicit financial flows. Authorities report that more than 10,000 suspicious accounts are flagged each week. Each week, 10,000 a week. That's insane. It's over 500,000 a year. With some belonging to individuals mistakenly swept into the process. Now, I know some friends of mine have had their account frozen. One friend in particular, it took him 23 days for them to unfreeze his account. So if you are reliant on your account, guys, then please, be aware about this. Make some additional plans just in case you get hit by the freeze. There's banks here are hitting hard, so if you have got your money all tied into one account, you might want to get some funds available just in case you get hit, and then you've got to go in and go through the procedure, your paperwork, all your passport, everything else, and they'll unfreeze it for you. But yeah, one of my friends will say 23 days he had it frozen for. So just be aware, guys, these situations are happening. But as long as your account's up and above board, and you're all good to go, then you've got nothing to worry about. Just go in there, get it done, and jobs are good. And talking about jobs, here we go. It says here, not many exceptions in Thailand for working without a work permit. Guys, I have a work permit, had a work permit for years. Michael has his work permit. If you're over here and you're trying to find work, guys, and you don't have a work permit, please just reconsider your options. People say to me, how can you stay out here and work? Well, try doing stuff online. If you've got some online stuff, you might be able to work online. But it says here, an increasing number of foreign tourists from the UK, mainland Europe, China, Russia and India have also been fined and deported without a work permit processed by either the Department of Employment or the Board of Investment. Their offences have included teaching, taxi driving, beauty treatment, tour operating, selling accommodation, people trafficking and running clubs, amongst others. Perhaps the most bizarre case was the British guy whose parrot had been taught commercially to say, passerby, please be generous, thank you. There you are. But, you've got to have a work permit, guys. If you haven't got one, you are just treading water in counting time. I went and got my tour guide license. So we've got the tours where we do our bar crawls. We've got a tour guide for that. And when we go up to Kanchanaburi, we've got a tour guide up in Thailand, a Thai tour guide that does all that for us. Michael and myself, we have our work permits. So just be aware, guys, if you are coming out here and you want to work, just make sure you tick all the boxes. Right, so what's coming up this week? Now, on all the positive stuff, if you haven't, get yourself down to Candy Club. Candy Club is located just along the corner there by Tree Town. It's on Sober Cow. You've got to get there, guys, by 11 o'clock. If you don't get there by 11 o'clock, it's standing room only. It's a really, really busy bar. They have a live band in there. It's really good. There's lots of ladies in there. There's no lady drink prices. It's all normal prices. If you go in and you buy a drink for the lady, it's the same price. So if you get yourself, and there's a lot of freelancers in there. It opens at 8 o'clock in the evening, shuts at 4 a.m. in the morning. So if that's your thing, go there, guys. Honestly, it's good music. It's nice. It's air conditioned, etc. And like I say, it's a busy venue. So get yourself in there, guys, and have some fun. Today's our Monday meetup. Come down here at 3 p.m. at the Buzzing Lounge, and what we'll do is we'll get you together and we'll take you around, showcase you some various bars, etc. around the city that maybe you haven't been to in the past. Great way of making new friends. We've got guys that come out here now that have been friends for years on the back of the meetup. So if you fancy that, come join us here at the Buzzing Lounge in Soi Chaipu, Soi Tarmac as it's now been nicknamed. But come down there, guys, and join us for our Monday meetup. Tuesday, Michael will be out and about doing his Kick stream. So if you fancy joining, just tune in to Kick. You haven't downloaded, kick.com/Buzzing Pattaya. Come and join us on there, guys. Great fun. It starts at 3 p.m. And likewise in the evening, I've been invited to do this. I haven't just had a chance to really recently, so I'm going to get in touch. I'm going to do this. I've been invited to do the jazz dance on Tuesday at 6 o'clock through to 10 o'clock in the evening. The Pattaya Tuesday Tango and Jazz Pit. So I'm going to go in there. So 6 o'clock till 7:15 is the beginners class, which will be me. But it's up on Pattaya Road. The details are in the description below the video. So go and join them, guys, if you fancy wandering around. My friend's out here at the moment. Scott, and he likes the way he's going to go there, and he'll join that. Wednesday, we've got our pool party. If you haven't had to come on the pool party before, come down to the Buzzing House, get yourself a ticket, and we do that on Wednesday. We meet here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's limited to 25 tickets only. We provide barbecue, there's 25 girls, etc. Lots of fun and games, etc. and all that kind of stuff going on. So if you fancy that, guys, come and join us on there. And later on, if you fancy the evening out, starts at 9 o'clock. Go down to Walking Street to Boho. Boho have got a party. The Wednesday dress code is white. If you fancy it being white, get down there. We are thrilled to announce a special collaboration between Techno Pattaya and Boho Cocktail Club Pattaya on Wednesday, a spectacular white party. So if you fancy that, go enjoy yourself. Thursday is our Kick stream with Beer and Michael. That's at 3 p.m. Live on Kick, so join us on Kick. And likewise, on Thursday, we also have a birthday party. Go yourself down Soy 6, and it's in Seduction. It's Mai's birthday party. That starts at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. On Friday, we have our Friday meetup. Friday, we take you to different places what we took you to on Monday. It's another way of making new friends, also seeing different venues maybe that you haven't been to. So come down to the Buzzing End at 3 p.m. on Friday, guys. Also on Friday, I'll be out doing my Kick stream. That's at 3 p.m. I have a live walk around the city, show you exactly what's going on right here, right now. So join me on Kick and follow me around as I walk around the streets and just bring you live up-to-date information about what's going on right here, right now. And also, one other one we've got here. Where are we? There we go. Done that one. Yeah, also Saturday, Michael and myself do our show on Kick. And on Sunday, myself and Beer do our show with the girls on Kick. They're both at 3 o'clock. And also on Sunday, there's the Why Not Party down at the Rompo Market in Jomtien. It says Why Not Party at the Devil's Bar. It starts from 8 p.m. in the evening. It's going to be hot, loud and delicious. We'll be serving pork, chili con carne, potato salad, Thai food, plus, of course, live music. So if you fancy that, guys, get yourself down there. All right, there we are. That's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you do know of any events or anything, or you're someone that's got a bar here or a restaurant, whatever, and you'd like to promote anything, just give me a shout, guys. Please send me the information on the Wednesday before the week ahead. So if you want anything promoting for next week, you need to send it to me by Wednesday. Email 247pattaya@gmail.com, and I'll happily shout it out for you. All right, there we are. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, please remember to hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you haven't joined us on Kick, as I mentioned, it's completely free of charge. We stream on a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 3 p.m. Come and join in the fun. We've got over 4,000 followers on there. It's great, fantastic. It's unfiltered, uncensored. If you haven't wanted to find out about nightlife, join us on Instagram. If you want to find out about daytime, join us on TikTok. And they're both platforms there. Just type in Buzzing Pattaya and you'll see what we do. We post every day to both those platforms. So have a look on that one, guys. If you haven't joined us on Discord, there's over 23,000 members on there. Completely free of charge. Great way of finding out what's going on right here, right now, as well as getting information, etc. So have a look at that, guys. And that's it for today. All right, there we are. Thank you very much for watching. And please, as always, wherever in the world, stay safe.